What's up, guys? My name is Khan, and we're back today with more Scrap Mechanic, and today we're going to do something that I've taken way too long to do, and we're going to build another trailer for the transport truck, but this one is going to be a refinery slash grinding trailer for mining rocks. In case you guys haven't seen before, I do in fact mine rocks with this terrible drill. Actually, it's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, but I weld this drill arm right next to a rock formation, and then I can move it around and of course use the drill to mine the rocks away. But I never had a really good way of getting rid of them. What I would do is I would mine the rocks with the drill, and then I would load them up into a bunch of these resource collectors once they were broken down to the individual slabs, and then I would transport them back to my base and refine them here. And now the problem with this is that these little resource collectors only store 25 pieces each, and that's 10 blocks per piece. So there's only 250 blocks potential in each one of these. And of course, when we go out mining, we go out to some rock formation, we come back, and we can only bring back 1,000 blocks worth of stuff at a time, which I don't think is enough. But if we refine the stuff on the spot, we can fit 30 stacks of 250 in a single chest, so we can store way more than 1,000, obviously. So it makes sense to have a refinery on site when you're doing your mining. So I built this little dozer guy, and this isn't really anything fancy, but it's a little dozer. It's got a suspension glitch to turn, a little electric engine, and the idea is we're going to use this guy to push the rocks that we break up into a grinder trailer that then grinds them down and of course stores them and all that fun stuff. You used to be able to weld rocks in the same way you could weld trees. Now you can't weld rocks anymore. I think the trees welding is still in. So we're gonna make a trailer, take this grinder off it, take a chest. I don't know which one. We'll probably have to make a chest, to be honest. So we're gonna make a trailer today that just lets us hook up our robot arm and our little device here. We just weld them to the trailer, bring them to the site, take them off, and then set up a mining operation. I know it's a little bit more intense than some people who just have like an all-in-one machine that drives into a rock and comes out the other side with blocks, but I want to keep playing with this, you know, transport truck and trailer theme, at least for this save file anyway. So we're gonna make a trailer. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. It's gonna have to be a relatively low trailer, but let's just get started here. All right, so we've got our starting platform here, and we've got it hooked up with the hitch. I think that's the right height, so we need to build this down. I want to build this trailer like super low to the ground because obviously the little bulldozer has to be able to push the stuff onto some sort of a ramp that we can actually load up into the trailer. So we're gonna bring this one down like this, and I mean, hopefully that's enough ground clearance, right? And then across, and then we'll have a ramp. Yeah, this should be good. All right, and then we'll build this back this way. Okay, and then we're gonna put the refinery on the front here somehow with some crates next to it to hopefully pick up the stuff. And then we're just gonna build like an open section with then a grinder and a pusher. So I think this is good enough. Let's just actually put some notches here so we can figure out exactly how high the supports for this need to be. We'll just do them out of, you know, some temporary concrete for now. So I think that's exactly where it has to line up. Okay. Now let's get rid of the truck. All right, so the refinery is going to go at the front. And of course, we need to actually feed the refinery into a crate. This is super tall. What if we flip it sideways? Yeah, I feel like we can actually do this a lot better this way and then cover it up. It's not exactly the most realistic thing. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it realistic. I don't even care. You know, we're gonna just do it like this. All right, and then we got to extend this back more. And this is going to be like the grinding pit area. Are we out of this extruded metal block already? I think we are. Yeah, we can build a lot more of that. That's fine. All right, and then we're going to build some walls on this grinder setup here. So basically, the idea is that we push the rocks into this. We'll have a wall of drill bits right here. And I'm hoping, or maybe can we mount the drill bits straight to these? That would be actually the best. But basically, we want a wall of drill bits right here so that the stuff gets drilled as we push it with a plunger. We're gonna have like a giant piston plunger setup dealio, and that's gonna push all the blocks that we shovel in on the side into the drill bits, which then get ground to a pulp. So that's sort of the idea behind this whole thing. And hopefully it works. And we are going to seal this whole thing in because the rocks will probably bounce around in here. So we have 5 drill bits somewhere right here. Awesome. And we'll need some bearings for those. Of course, the question is, can we actually mount them in a very ridiculous spot. Like, can I mount it straight to this resource collector? No. Okay, so we are going to have to make some sort of a terrible support structure for them. All right, well, that's fine. We'll just, we'll make a structure in front. And I don't know if how big these drill bits are. 5, is it going to be like maybe like this? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that's probably good. So I think we'll put 1 in the middle, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Is that too spread out? I don't know. Let me check this and see. That looks actually really, really good. I feel like no rock's gonna escape that. And are these ones too... Those ones we can honestly probably bring down a little bit even. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's just bring them down by 1 block. Just so we can make this whole thing a little bit shorter. All right, final drill bit. Perfect. That looks really, really good. I feel like we could probably even do 2 in the middle here. I don't think I have the resources to build another drill bit, to be perfectly honest. No, we need that tier 2 metal, which we don't have. But I think this is going to be good enough, to be honest. I don't feel like we actually need that much more than this. I don't know if this is going to pick up over this distance when we jam rocks into... I mean, I guess we'll find out. I really don't know. I haven't done any testing of this. We might have to move the resource collectors, but hopefully this works. And we can actually make something happen here. All right, there we go. We've got a basic wheel set up. We're burning through blocks, like, really, really fast. I'm pretty much... Oh, no, we got some metal. Okay, we can build more. But anyway, we've got the basic wheel set up, so we just need to really do some finishing touches on this trailer, and then we can actually go and test it out. So we need to put legs here. I guess this should be on a lift, but we need to put legs in the front on a controller, of course, so we can actually... you know, lift and lower that. Perfect. Those are on legs now. And then, of course, we need a controller for that, which we'll just hide somewhere up in the front here, pretty much next to this refinery. Not a big deal. All right, connect that up to those, and then put a switch. And the switch probably just like right under the front here. And again, 90 degrees on both of these controllers. Perfect. Excellent. All right. So we got our basic setup, and now we need our chest attached to the other side. It's gonna stick out. Unless I guess I can move the refinery over 1, and then it won't stick out, so that's what we're gonna have to do. So we'll have to move this controller too. Oh, hello. Oh boy, no. Yeah, I forgot you can't put that down. Okay, all right, refinery over 1, and then we can put the chest like that. Perfect. So there we go. We can access that chest, and I think it's hooked into the refinery if I can get up there somehow really short. Yeah, it looks like it's hooked in. So the refinery is just going to automatically spew all the material into this chest. This will hold everything. That's like at least, you know, 10,000 blocks worth of stuff, I guess. So it's going to be, is it 10,000? It's 1,000 per 4, basically. So 4... Yeah, it's close. But anyway, it should be enough material. Hopefully this works. I'm really worried these resource collectors won't properly feed that refinery. So this whole configuration might have to change. But that should be good. Let's put this controller back and just rehook these up because the refinery obviously screwed that up. So that's not a big deal. All right, and now the final thing we need is the actual piston pusher mechanism to do the grinding. So we just need a switch on a piston. And I guess we need actually an engine for the grinders as well. We could just use an electric motor for that. We got lots of tier 5 electric motors from taking apart those bikes and stuff. All right, so for this, on one side, it's just gonna be sealed up completely. We're gonna put our piston pretty much right in the middle in the back, like so. And then we need to put a plate of material in front of the piston, which, you know what, we probably don't even need this to be made out of, you know, anything special. Like, I think we can just have this made out of wood. There we go, like that, and bring this up to the full height of what that grinder's gonna be, which is something like this. Excellent. And we're gonna have to have some controls for this bad boy, so we'll put those on the side here. And actually, you know what? We can actually just hide these in, like, completely in, like, a hidden little panel area to make it look a little bit better. Perfect, so we can do something like this. Awesome. And we need a third switch, actually, because we're going to have one to turn on and off the grinders, one to actually push the piston, and one to close the door that we're going to put right here. We need to bring this up like that. Excellent. All right, so we'll hook the piston switch up, and that, if we turn it on, just pushes the piston out. And, of course, we just have to set up the distance for that, which How far out does that need to go? 8 blocks? No. 10, 12. I think 12. Yeah, 12. All right, so it's gonna go out 12, nice and slow, and that'll of course push everything into the grinders. We need the electric engine to power these things, and of course, we want that probably somewhere accessible. This back area, we're just gonna weld these two when we're transporting stuff around. We can actually probably even drive this into the grinder and store it in the grinder, but we need that too. All right, so let's set up a little door for our grinder. We need another controller for that. All right, so we just put a bearing down here, bearing down here. We're gonna, of course, weld this all together. So bearing, connect that up. Perfect. And then have this as your little door. Of course, it's gonna be higher up. This whole grinding chamber, we're gonna build up a little bit more because I wanna make sure it actually prevents the rocks from coming out. But we'll put another controller down here somewhere, if I can even see. You know, let's just take this off for now. There we go. Put another controller right here. And this will be the controller for the door to close. And like that could be switch number 1, actually. All right, there we go. And that's hooked up to a switch. And this door, let me see here. It should be like -90 or -105 when you activate it. So this one's kind of weird because obviously it's, you want to activate it to open it. So there we go. And then we'll use our little bulldozer to push our rocks up to there. We'll probably have to extend this out more. I'm hoping the bulldozer can actually get the rocks up in there. And then once they're in, we close the door. Or even if they're just on the door itself, we just close it and then grind them up to oblivion. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. We're gonna try it. We might have to do something a little bit different for this door. Finally, we just need to put down the electric engine somewhere and power this whole stupid thing up. So, I mean, where can I even fit this that's not a pain in the butt? Pretty much nowhere. It's all just a pain in the butt. Actually, you know what? Look at this. We can put it right on top of these controllers. There we go. Excellent. Glitched into the refinery a little bit, but that's okay because I just want to be able to have access to it easily. There we go, to fill it up with batteries because it's going to be just, you know, a manual fill type deal. We're not going to have any automatic containers for it. And that hooks up to this button. Crank this up to a pretty high level. And let's throw some batteries in it. Where do I have batteries? Batteries. Here we go. Throw some of these in it. And let's see what this sounds like. Oh, like pretty much nothing. Looks good though. That looks good. All right, I think we're good to go test the trailer. Need some more blocks on the top, obviously. But I think we can just wait until daylight here and then go test the trailer and see what happens. I mean, I feel like there's gonna be some improvements that are needed to be done, but you know, we'll just, we'll see if we can get this to work anyway. I'm gonna just try and seal this up a little bit. So we basically need to go up to this height and then encase the entire thing at that height. Alrighty, so I think this trailer is actually finished. I changed the gate. I made it this sort of pipe block mesh material. So now if we, oh no, hold on. There we go. If we fold it down, you can see it's actually like a little bit easier, I think, to get up. The lip is less aggressive, and hopefully this will actually allow us to see, you know, what's going on while we're grinding stuff. So I think the last thing left to do is just hook this trailer up to the truck, weld the drill and the little bulldozer to it, and then we're gonna go find some rocks. All right, I got the trailer hooked up, no problem. It's a little bit bulky. It's a heavier trailer than the other two, that's for sure, because it's made of all this metal. So there we go, we got the trailer out. Now we just need to weld our other little creations to it. So this little guy, we're just gonna put a pillar pretty much right here on the back. Actually, we can just put a pillar that attaches like this and comes off the back like that. And we'll weld this guy right to there. Perfect. So that should be fine. And then the robot arm as well. And again, this is a bit of an operation to go mining. We're not just able to walk up to a rock and start mining it away. We actually have to kind of, you know, do some setup and things. But hopefully this works. And also hopefully this doesn't destroy the game frame rate. But we'll find out. Oh, uh-oh, that's not good. That's not the direction we wanted. Hold on, we're still okay. We need to put this upright. Here we go, like that. There we go. Excellent. All right, this looks good. Let's go find some rocks. I think there were some rocks down the shoreline a bit. So let's just head in that general direction and see what we can find. This trailer is heavy. Holy, oh, we got the stupid, we Get the stupid supports down. That's probably part of the issue with how heavy this trailer is. All right, now let's try it. Is it better now? Yeah, a little bit. Still a really heavy trailer though. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure there were some rocks down this shoreline, so we just gotta follow the shoreline a little bit. I think we'll get there, no problem. All right, here we go. Coming up on a pile of rocks. Okay, this is just a small pile. There's another big pile up there, so that's perfect. We can actually park. Let's just park right here in the middle, and we'll leave it here for now. All right, and then I'm actually gonna deploy the legs down just to help give the trailer some support, right? And I think actually to save the frames even, we'll just disconnect the truck. Because if we do that, there we go. Now it's just less laggy for everybody. And I don't think we're gonna need that. So then we can lower this. We need to take our drill off, of course, which we can't even get up there. We need like a step ladder or something. Here we go. So we'll take the drill off. We'll go put our drill next to our rocks to mine that. We'll do that in a sec. And then, of course, we need our little pusher guy. And actually, we can probably bring the trailer. Hold on here. We can probably just back our trailer up. So let's grab our pusher guy. And let's just, you know what, let's back the trailer up. I know we should probably use the truck for this, but you know what, we could use the lift, no problem. There we go, perfect. And we'll just bring our truck over just to kind of secure everything up. Of course, it's dark already. It's always dark when I go to test things, but anyway. And then now we're just gonna do our regular mining operation. So here we go. We take the drill, we put it on a pillar, like so. And then we start drilling away. And we're just gonna break this all up until it's just the basic rocks. We're not gonna try and break these rocks down into smaller rocks. Sometimes it'll, you know, it'll accidentally happen just because, but that's okay. And then we're gonna see if we can actually use that little pusher to push these rocks into the grinder trailer and grind them up into one piece and then refine them right away. I really hope this works. There we go. Perfect. So now everything's broken into rocks. Grab our little pusher. Oh goodness, I forgot how aggressive the suspension glitch is on this. Okay, we could probably get more engine speed out of this thing too. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. Can I push a rock is the question. Oh yeah. Barely. Oh my goodness. These rocks are so heavy. We only literally push one rock at a time. We can't push two at a time. Do I need like more weight on this thing? Am I just not heavy enough? Do I just need like a bajillion more pounds of weight on this thing? Or maybe we have to actually like pick up the rocks? There's no way. I'm not even gonna be able to, like, I can spin with the, oh, there we go. Come on, get up there. All right, so we can do that. We can do one at a time. And now if I flip, no, wrong button. Hold on, flip this in. Okay, so that works. All right, let's load up another one and see if it works. It's interesting. You can't push the rocks very easily at all. The rocks are like super, super heavy. Like, look at this. I can push them with the suspension glitch whenever I rotate, but the actual electric engine can't do anything. Hold on. What if we just, do we have concrete with us? We do. What if we make this vehicle just way, way, way heavier? It's all about like weight ratios, I think. And this bulldozer is just bad. I think we might have to actually build a better one at some point. Honestly, it kind of feels like we need a scoop, like something that can grab the rocks, pick up the rocks, and dump them into a grinder. I might have to make like a grinder trailer that's vertical and just use like an actual like loader. But look at this. This is actually working once we get the rocks in. All right, let's test it with two. Let's see what happens. So close up. Turn on the drills. Drills are on. All right, and activate the piston. I activated the piston. All right, is it gonna work? That's awesome. That they literally ground them up in like no time. Is the refinery grabbing them both? I mean, I know it's grabbing one. What? I can't tell if those things have stuff in them. It did. That one's got stuff in it. Oh, that's sick. It actually worked. It grabbed them both. All right, let's do more. Just unload these rocks. So I feel like, you know what? This actually works. This actually works really, really well. As long as we could make a better bulldozer. Like, look at this thing. This thing's bad. This is the problem. I think what I want to do, and I'll probably end up doing this for a different episode because this kind of works, and I'm just going to keep mining with this for now to gather more materials. But I think what I need to do is make some sort of a loader that can grab and pick up rocks. So it can actually like grab them like a front loader in its scoop, maybe use a piston on its scoop to like pick them up, lift them up, and drop them into the top of this container. The same trailer, no problem. We just remove the door entirely and we put a door only on the top, like a hatch or something, and we drop the rocks into the top. Because this side door, I feel like pushing them up, like look at this, we're actually shoving the ramp half the time, even with like very little clearance. But hold on, we can do this. Okay, so we just gotta like, see like, this is, yeah. And then it just, oh, god dang it. This vehicle's pretty bad. The little tiny bulldozer, yeah, it's not the solution. But we're close. I mean, this is really, really good. This is still a pretty decent method so far. And of course, it would have been much faster to smash this rock with our hammer and just break it up. There we go. Come on, come on. No, get in there. Get. Yeah, well, you know what? See, this would have been faster to do with the hammer. All right, I got 2 on the ramp this time. Close it up. Yeah, I think the side loading ramp is the biggest problem. I think it's great because it seals everything in, prevents the rocks from flying out when the piston's activating. I mean, look at that. Just smashes everything apart so quickly. And then the refinery just goes to work. But I think the side loading ramp needs to be improved. And of course, this little bulldozer needs to be improved. This is not a good way of collecting this. But I mean, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I had a few ideas. One of my ideas is we could take the refinery trailer itself, get rid of the idea of having this bulldozer, and put like some sort of a robot tower arm, like a tower crane style mechanism on the refinery trailer, so it could have its own crane that reaches out, grabs rocks, and picks them up and puts them in the grinder. Of course, the disadvantage of this is the fact that you'd have to park your refinery trailer pretty close to the rocks because, you know, you're only gonna have so much reach on the robot arm. Or the other option is we could make some sort of like an excavator front loader vehicle that, you know, can just drive around, pick up the rocks on its own, and dump them in the top of the trailer. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. This kind of works for now. It's not any faster than doing this by hand, though, and just manually breaking these rocks apart, which is unfortunate. I really want it to be able to pick up, like, multiple rocks at a time. But you can see this is just, it's a really big struggle. So I'd love to hear what your guys' suggestions are. I am going to definitely have to kind of tweak this design a bit. I love the trailer so far. It works really well. It just needs to not have a side door. It just needs a top thing that you drop the rocks into, and of course, a better way of actually getting the rocks into that top thing. Like, it works great once we can get the stupid rocks to line up, but we're also constantly shoving the trailer a little bit each time, so we do have to sort of readjust that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and while you're at it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time. It's so good, though. When it works, it's great.